Creaks on the china never mattered before. Who cared when you drop kicked your jacket?
Hey everybody, welcome to episode 2 of Belvedere Bros, the world's greatest Mr. Belvedere rewatch podcast. This week, we're diving into season 1, episode 2, The Outcasts. Of course, you can go watch this on YouTube. It looks terrible, and actually, I've been thinking about going and buying the whole season on DVD, but surprisingly, the seasons of Mr. Belvedere on DVD are outrageously expensive. Go look for yourself. See if you can find it cheaper. I don't know what's up with that, but I just decided I'm going to watch it on YouTube, and I'm going to wait for the 4K version. So this episode is called The Outcasts, and it's called that because Wesley feels like an outcast when he isn't invited to his friend Howie's party. He lets Mr. Belvedere know that him and a few of the other kids weren't invited, so Mr. B, being pretty punk rock, is like, well, if you're not invited to Howie's party, we'll just throw our own party. This sounds all right to Wesley. George, however, isn't really feeling it, and as you'll see, that's kind of George's thing. Like, he's never really feeling what everyone else is, and then a lot of times he comes around to it. He's always a hater at first, but he eventually comes around. There's some other, like, B and C plots to this episode, like Kevin is breaking in his ski boots, and Heather is reading to old people. Those are pretty unimportant, although the Heather storyline kind of comes full circle by the end. So basically, Wesley invites the 3 other kids who weren't invited to Howie's party over to his house for a party. Of course, one of the kids has headgear. It was a real 80s thing to like wear headgear, which I guess is like more crazy braces. I don't understand like why there was this big thing. Maybe it's something else that I don't understand. It was a very 80s thing, especially on TV shows, for someone to be wearing headgear. And actually, the kid with the headgear, I recognized him. I'm like, where do I know that kid from? Turns out it's the kid, the blonde kid that plays the character Alan on Punky Brewster. Another one of the kids is a kid who's allergic to everything. So we have every trope. We have a kid with headgear. We have a kid who's allergic to everything. And then the third kid is a girl, and I can't really figure out what her thing is other than the fact that she was sarcastic, but she wasn't invited to Howie's party either. Then they also invite the janitor for some reason. I was thinking while I was watching this that, was I ever not invited to something as a kid and felt bad? And if that did happen, I don't really remember it. And I think that for my whole life, I would, for the most part, rather not be invited to something. I brought this up recently. I think there are people out there who are like offended if they're not invited to a wedding. When I'm not invited to a wedding, I'm kind of relieved just because I never feel like going to a wedding. I don't mean that to sound mean. If you invite me to your wedding, I'm going to come, I'm going to have fun. But I'm just saying, if I'm on the cusp, don't feel bad about not inviting me to the wedding. I won't be offended, I promise. I think maybe the flip side of it, where maybe I would be a little bit offended, is if I invited a friend to say like podcast with me, for example, and maybe do 116 episodes of a Mr. Belvedere podcast. Let's use that as an example. And then that friend kind of just laughs it off, or maybe suggests that we do another podcast in a month or so, like about a show that's not as good as Mr. Belvedere, like maybe Alf, like try to make it into some kind of like monthly joke where we're starting a new podcast about another show, when all I wanted to do the whole time was like a sincere 100 plus episode podcast about a beloved 80s sitcom. I guess that would be an example of something that would offend me. Yeah, I think that right there would be the thing that would offend me. Not being uninvited or not invited to something. I think that if I invited someone to do an amazing podcast about Mr. Belvedere and then kind of laughed it off and blew it off, I think that would offend me. So back to the episode. So Wesley's party seems to be going okay. They're doing the hokey pokey, playing pin the tail on the donkey, eating cake, drinking soda. But then Wesley gets a phone call. Turns out he was actually invited to Howie's party. Howie just assumed that Wesley knew he was invited. And I don't know, man. I would never in my life assume that I was invited to anything, and I would never invite myself or make a thing of it. Like, if you want me to come to your thing, you better like actually ask me and not just assume. But these are kids, and I guess Howie assumed that Wesley knew they were good enough friends that he was just automatically invited. Anyway, Mr. Belvedere, George, Marcia, they all leave the choice up to Wesley whether he's going to stay at his own party or ditch his party and go to Howie's.
Who was that on the phone, son?
It was Howie.
Oh, yeah? Bet he's eating his heart out, right?
Nope, he just wanted to know where I was. Said he wants me to come over right now. Said I didn't need an invitation. Oh. So what do I do?
What do you think, pal?
I don't know.
Well, you have a choice. You can either stay here with us and your invited guests and enjoy the nice party everyone made for you, or you can leave.
Don't look at me.
Well, see you around.
Later in the episode, you can tell Wesley's feeling pretty bad about it, but he doesn't get punished. This is the strategy that George and Marcia and Mr. Belvedere decide on. Everyone seems to know that the guilt will catch up with Wesley eventually. It's also worth noting that Wesley references getting spanked.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
Hi, son.
Wes? So how was Howie's party?
It was okay. So how's my party?
Everyone said to say thank you for a very nice time.
So am I gonna get a spanking? Or no TV? Or both?
No?
There's something new?
No? Nothing.
I don't get it.
Look, we told you it was your decision, and you made it.
So I guess it can be assumed that George spanking these kids is part of the Mr. Belvedere canon. I thought that was a pretty interesting part of George's backstory. Eventually, the guilt just gets too powerful for Wesley to handle. And to make amends, he decides to go read to old people. I don't understand how in any way this relates to being rude to the other kids at the party, or the janitor for that matter, or Mr. Belvedere who threw the party. But I guess it's just more of a karma thing. He did a bad thing, which affected his karma in a bad way. But doing a kind of okay thing, like reading to old people, kind of gets his karma back on track. And it kind of got me to thinking, the people who have maybe offended me or not accepted my invitation, I wonder how they'll start to try to get their karma back on track. I mean, I guess going and reading to old people might be a start. Yeah, that might do the trick. That might be the thing. Or maybe some sort of grand gesture like a public apology, or maybe an agreement to do 115 more episodes of Belvedere Bros. Just a couple of ideas I'm throwing out there should that situation ever arise. Who knows? It could happen.
When you drop-kicked your jacket as you came through the door, no one...
Mr. Belvedere will be right back.
Hey there, One Hit Thunder listeners. Are you ready to take your music to the next level? Well, get ready to rock, because this episode is brought to you by DistroKid, the ultimate digital music distribution service for artists like you. With DistroKid, you can easily upload your songs or albums to online stores and streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube Music, reaching fans all around the globe. But that's just the beginning. DistroKid offers a ton of awesome features like Hyperfollow, which helps you promote your releases and get pre-saves on your songs, all for free. But wait, there's more. The DistroKid app is now available on iOS and Android. With the app, you can manage your releases, track your streaming stats, and even withdraw your earnings, all from the palm of your hand. And for those looking to perfect their sound, check out Mixia. This powerful tool allows you to put the finishing touches on your tracks in minutes, ensuring they sound polished and professional every time. But that's not all. DistroKid has just launched a brand new feature called Instant Share, allowing you to easily share large files securely with collaborators, producers, and more. With Instant Share, you can keep your music streaming at the highest quality while making the best impression possible. So what are you waiting for? Elevate your music career today with DistroKid and unlock a world of possibilities. Possibilities that I know all about because I've been using DistroKid for years. It's seriously great. If you haven't used it before, you're going to love it. And One Hit Thunder listeners get an exclusive offer, 30% off your first year with DistroKid by signing up at distrokid.com/VIP/OneHitThunder. That's distrokid.com/VIP/OneHitThunder.
Choice Hotels get you more of what you value. Comfort Inn, it's calling your name. Save on the stay. Oh, and free waffles are yours to claim. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
Zootopia 2 has come home to Disney+.
Let's go!
Get ready for a new case.
We're gonna crack this case and prove we're the greatest partners of all time!
New friends.
You are... Gary the Snake. And your last name? The Snake.
Dream Team. New habitats.
Zootopia has a secret reptile population.
You can watch the record-breaking phenomenon at home.
You're clearly working at
Zootopia 2, now available on Disney Plus, rated PG.
Study and play come together on a Windows 11 PC. And for a limited time, college students get the best of both worlds. Get the Unreal College Deal. Everything you need to study and play with select Windows 11 PCs. Eligible students get a year of Microsoft 365 Premium and a year of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with a custom color Xbox wireless controller. Learn more at windows.com/student offer. While supplies last. Ends June 30th. Terms at aka.ms/collegepc.
Expedia and Visit Scotland invite you to come experience the beauty that awaits in Scotland. The sweep of wild coastlines, quiet lochs, and untamed landscapes. Fresh cuisine that feels rooted in the land. Come experience the kind of stillness that stays with you long after you leave. Plan your Scottish escape today at expedia.com/Visit Scotland.
You thought this was your run club era. Turns out, it was more of a thinking about run club era. The good news? Someone's marathon training is about to start. Sell your workout gear on Depop. Just snap a few photos, and we'll take care of the rest. They get their race day fit, and you get a payout for trying. Someone on Depop wants what you've got. Start selling now. Depop, where taste recognizes taste.
Tomorrow morning is knocking. Stock your fridge now. How about a creamy mocha frappuccino drink? Or a sweet vanilla? Smooth caramel maybe? Or a white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Find Starbucks Frappuccino drinks wherever you buy your groceries.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. You know those friends who support your preference for podcasts over music on road trips? That's the energy State Farm brings to insurance. With over 19,000 local agents, they help you find the coverage that fits your needs. So you can spend less time worrying about insurance and more time enjoying the ride. Download the State Farm app or go online at statefarm.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Do you hear that? Sounds like breakfast is ready. Because Quaker's coming in hot with morning nutrition. 100% whole grain oats and a good source of fiber to fuel the rhythm of your morning and kickstart your day. And that sounds absolutely delicious. Fuel to start whatever's next. Quaker, official sponsor of FIFA World Cup 26.
Get business done with the new American Express Graphite Business Cash Unlimited card. With unlimited 2% cash back on all eligible purchases. Unlimited 5% cash back on flights and prepaid hotels booked through American Express Travel Online. And a flexible spending capacity that can grow with your business. You'll have the confidence to keep building. Apply today and earn a welcome offer of $1,500 cash back after you spend $50,000 in qualifying purchases on your new card within the first 6 months of card membership. Terms apply. Learn more at go.amex/graphite.
I get so many headaches every month.
It could be chronic migraine, 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more.
Botox, onabotulinum toxin A, prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine. It's not for those who have 14 or fewer headache days a month. Prescription Botox is injected by your doctor. Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Allergic reactions can include rash, welts, asthma symptoms, and dizziness. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, including ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, myasthenia gravis, or Lambert-Eaton syndrome, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
Why wait? Ask your doctor. Visit BotoxChronicMigraine.com or call 1-800-44-BOTOX to learn more.
No one spared. All hands look out below.
All right. I wanted to go to some of the YouTube comments on this episode. The top comment was from Jason Ratnagar, who said, 80s were by far the greatest time for all forms of entertainment and to be a kid. Today's entertainment stinks. I definitely love this comment. I definitely love the negativity. And I really love all the grouping of all entertainment together. And the true determining factor as to whether something is good or bad is purely based on what decade it came out. This is what I call a peak YouTube comment. This is my comment of the week. Jason Ratnagar, thanks for that. Also, there was a comment from Kenny Ryan 625 that said, is the mom like 30 years younger than the dad? I had to research this one. So Eileen Graff, who plays Marcia, was born in 1949. So she was 36 years old in this episode. And Bob Uecker, who played George, was born in 1934. So he was 51 here. So Kenny Ryan, the answer is 15. He was 15 years older, but it was the 80s. So for some reason, all the adults seem like they're about 60 years old. There weren't any real hateful comments like there was last week, but this week's best comment comes from Ma-Liberal 7301, Mad-Liberal 7301, who said, I saw it back in the day. Me and my first wife were together. I was usually drunk at the time. It was hilarious now that I'm straight. Divorced, started over. It's still hilarious. I have no idea what this guy's marital status has to do with his enjoyment of Mr. Belvedere, but this comment does strike me as coming from someone who would write flirtatious comments on AI bot photos. Just saying. Just something. Mad-Liberal 7301, who had to bring up the fact that he watched this before his divorce. Okay. All right. So as far as how many Scotch eggs I give this episode, I'm going to go, look, we're going out of a dozen. I'm going to go with 4. To be honest, I thought that these kids seemed a little old to be doing the hokey pokey. There are moments of this episode that are strange, and you'll notice it when you watch it. It's almost like they needed to fill airtime, and there's like filmed filler. It is very strange. The Kevin subplot is an example. He's breaking in ski boots, and at some point, he's injured. I don't know if this adds anything at all to the episode. I think that you could have thought for 2 minutes and got a decent Kevin B-plot in this episode. At least Heather's subplot comes back around, even though it's pretty clumsily in the end. And I think, much like Kevin, the show was still finding its footing in episode 2. But I do have high hopes for episode 3. And to be honest, I actually watched ahead a little bit. And there is some real character development coming. And we get some straight fire in the George and Belvedere relationship coming soon. This episode kind of felt a little bit like filler. So I'm going with 4 Scotch eggs. That's all I got for you this week. And remember, everyone out there, those streaks on the China, they do matter. I probably need a better catchphrase than that. I'm going to work on that for next week.
This ends my first month with the Owens brood, which finds Kevin on the mend physically, Wesley emotionally, and George, well, either he's getting better or I'm building up a resistance. It's obviously been a rather arduous winter for the entire family, And I can only look forward with apprehension to the coming of spring, when the group will be free to roam about at will. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
This has been Belvedere Bros. Belvedere Bros is hosted and produced by Chris Fafalius of Punchline. Underneath me, you're hearing the end credits theme song of Mr. Belvedere, written by Gary Portnoy and Judy Hart-Angelo. You can find us at patreon.com/OHT podcast for early access to episodes, bonus conversations, and a chance to vote on future episodes of Mr. Belvedere. Tune in next week for more Belvedere Bros. And remember, life is more than mere survival, and we might just live the good life yet.